Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Thursday, August 4th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. The head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, recently announced that Instagram is going to begin testing asking you what race you are. I know what you're thinking. It's the same thing that I was thinking when I first heard it. That sounds like a terrible idea. I'm going to let Adam Mosseri explain it. He's going to do it better than I will.
Instagram is about expression. It's about creativity. It's about pushing culture forward. And we know that groups that have been historically marginalized disproportionately contribute to creativity, to pushing culture forward. So it's in our interest to make sure that Instagram is as great an experience as it can be for all communities, for all individuals, no matter how you identify. And one key thing here is race. And race is complicated, but if we're going to make sure that Instagram is fair and equitable as an experience, we need to understand how it is working for different communities, which is why we started an equity team back in 2020. This team has done work like improving hashtag pages to support and help people discover social movements, like supporting Black-owned businesses through labels and curation. And a big focus in the background of this team has been this idea of fairness, this idea of making sure that Instagram is working as fairly as possible for as many communities as possible. And what we're announcing this week is a partnership with YouGov and a number of universities here in the States. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with them to run surveys on Instagram that ask people what race they identify as. Now, a few things I wanna make very, very clear. One, this is entirely optional. If you do not feel comfortable sharing this data, please don't. Two, if you do share, we cannot connect your answer to the survey with your actual specific account on Instagram. It will not limit your Instagram experience in any way. What this does allow us to do, though, is work with these universities and work with YouGov to understand things about how Instagram works for different communities. And we can look for opportunities to improve, to become more fair, and then do what we can to try and make Instagram a better experience for everyone who uses the platform. Now, these are just a few important steps on a much longer path to make sure that Instagram is as great as an experience as it can be for everyone all around the world. More to come. Peace.
I'm going to break that clip down in just a second. Do you want to reach more ideal customers and get more views on the content that you work hard to create? #Slayer.com is the Instagram tool that's easy to use that gets your posts seen. You can ensure that you reach a new audience, that you build your connections on Instagram, but most importantly, grow your business. You can get your first month free at #Slayer.com with coupon code IGStories. And we're back. Okay, let's talk about all the things that Adam Mosseri mentioned. I think absolutely everyone should have a fair, level playing field for their content to get seen on Instagram. However, I'm not sure that I believe what answer I give on race will not at all be tied to my profile. I find that very hard to believe, knowing how much data Instagram and the greater Meta as a whole collects about me wherever I go on the internet using the Facebook Pixel. On some of the screenshots that Adam Mosseri shared in the video, they explain more about how this works. If you are in the trial for this, you will get a pop-up at the top of your feed that says, "Help us keep Instagram fair and inclusive." By answering an optional question about your race or ethnicity, you can help us measure and promote fairness on Instagram. And you have the opportunity to respond on yougov.com. I think that message is worded very interestingly because who wouldn't want to measure and promote fairness? That seems like a good thing, right? Still on the fence about this whole concept. That's going to do it for today's show. Be sure to come back tomorrow for more Instagram news, strategy, tips, and more.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks at Instagram, and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently until Zuck returns my DMs and starts to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacies. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.
Just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who sent me messages about the Trevor Noah clip. I'm glad you liked it. I found it hilarious. That's why I included it in the show. I wish I could take credit for it, but all I did was drop it in the show. That's all I did. Anyway, thanks for the notes, guys. It makes me feel a lot of love when you do that.